Hello, lovely people. Today I am playing on my PlayStation. We are on the US server and we are here because we are going to do the base tour that I intended to do the other day but couldn't do the other day because I didn't have access. This will be Hell's Grave by Johnny Blaze. Let's go and have a look at it. Now, this is a base that I have seen before, so I do know what's coming, but it is so well done, and it's such a small base, and he's filled it up with so many pieces to make it look the way that it does. It's just beautiful. I'm looking forward to showing you guys.
Johnny did let us know that this base is in fact full to capacity, so 700 items in this tiny little base. You'll see why.
So this is where we've entered, which is, very convenient. We can't see everything from here, but I will just turn up the gamma on here so we get it nice and bright. Then when I do my editing process, I'll turn it up again.
Your editing process? I don't think so. I don't see you anywhere here, and thank goodness for that, because we all know what your editing is like, and frankly, I don't want to share.
So that we have it nice and light so that you guys are able to see it on YouTube. But do keep in mind, if you actually visit this base, it is very dark, which is an appropriate aesthetic for what he's done in here. Okay, I have turned up the gamma and I also adjusted her skin slightly because I thought this was more appropriate for the creepiness that we're about to endure. I say endure, but it's very cool. So let's head through. We have to keep the camera very close to my character throughout this base because it is quite small and tight with everything in here. So bear with me. I'll try to get good shots so that you guys can see everything. But I really love the entryway, can I just say. It's so densely packed in here with everything. So you feel completely surrounded. It's very immersive. And I do need to have the camera really close to my character to be able to see what is going on around her, which I kind of love. It kind of goes with this base really well. We can also see a little bit through the gate that there is a skeleton out there, which I think is kind of cool. You can see that he's used the gate, plus the pillars on either side. I can't remember what they're called, but they are from the summer event, so we should recognize them. I don't remember what they're called, though. I'm so sorry.
They are called pier pylons. This is something that someone who has been playing the game for 5 years should probably be aware of.
With the trees all surrounding so close like this, it feels very dense. And then over on this side, he has, of course, he uses these so often, put the shed in there. It looks great and is very appropriate because it feels like we've actually come from somewhere. With this and the doorway here also, it feels like we've come out of some building, right? A small building, which I really love. Let's turn the camera back around and hopefully get some nice shots in here. I'll be able to. It'll just take me a second. The editing process for Future Laura is not going to be that fun.
Newsflash, it's never that fun an editing process for me because I have to edit you.
I mean, it'll be less fun than usual.
Correct.
Thanks a lot. She's so kind to me, you know?
You're welcome.
All right, let's go through. Here we go. Okay, we're gonna have to go nice and slow so we don't miss anything because there's so much in here and it's so fantastic. Okay, let's go along the side here. You can see that he's got the tree line in the background so that it gives that very big sense of depth. He's got the fences in front of it from Halloween, plus the lantern that goes above, or lamp rather, the lamp that goes above it there as well. That looks like it's a piece of the fence because it's kind of like clipped into the right section to look like it's attached to it. And a bunch of graves. We've got a lantern just sitting there as well, as though this place has been somewhere where people have gone, but they're not here right now. I wonder if they've ended up in a dire situation. It's potentially the case. Then we've got the skull from Spring over there on the left as well. You can see there's bones all over the floor here. We also have the ground from Halloween underneath, plus the fog, which I absolutely love. And the way he's got this skeleton just resting there so that the fog is partially covering him and it looks like he's kind of risen out from underneath. Disgusting. I love it. It's so good. You know when something is just so appropriate for the aesthetic they're going for? That's what's going on here. It's so good. All right, we're going to look up as well so you can see that he has very densely covered the ceiling with trees and stuff here. If we go further out as well, you can see a little bit peeking through of the star-filled window up there. So it gives us a sense that we are in a place that is covered by trees, but also that it's nighttime. Right? And it would feel a lot more like nighttime if I hadn't turned up the gamma, but if I don't do that, you guys aren't going to see what we see. You know, it's going to be too dark. So I have got it turned up, but this does normally look like nighttime in here. Very dark, and I love it.
I have also increased the brightness by quite a large margin so that when this does go out onto YouTube, it should be something that you can all easily see the details of. So, you're welcome.
Then we've got Mr. Skeletal Man over here, who's just chilling with his floating candlestick.
Candelabra!
And I'm thinking maybe his throne right here. I love the way you've got the two Gorgon altars on either side. The green fire really does suit this situation. And what you've done behind is so, so good too. I don't even know what that piece is that you've got behind that's like a wall, but it's beautiful. It's just perfect. It looks like very, very good. And the way you've put the trees right up against it as well, everything in here is so dense, which I really love. It's so, so dense. We can see more of the starfield window above as well, so that we are getting more of the nighttime. It's beautiful. And that's one of my favorite game pieces too, the starfield window. I love it so much. When I used to have access to the test server, my bedroom had literally starfield window as the ceiling, the whole ceiling. It was so good. But it's gone now, which I'm not too upset about. Test server was really not that important to me compared to the live server, so it's fine. Bones are all underneath this throne here, right? Yuck. We can also see, and I will say, we can't see it very well, even with it so bright as it is. There are the two hands holding the candles, positioned on either side of the throne, right in front of the Gorgon altars. I wish they were a little brighter, but I've done, like, this is the best I can do. Maybe future Laura can fix it up a little bit more?
I already have.
Thank you! But other than that, that's the best that I can do, and it just looks so creepy. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Okay. Ooh! Then, of course, we have Lobo's Ride. So let's pull back a little bit so we can have a look here. We've got Lobo's Ride floating over there. I love the way you've positioned it with that underneath so that it's not floating just above the fog. It actually has a position that looks like it's supposed to be there, which I really, really like.
Not to mention the way that it's engulfed in flame.
And if we have a look at this tree in the center, he has put a whole bunch of the chains with hooks up in the ceiling so that it looks like they're hanging from this tree. It gives me like a feeling of a hanging tree, like somewhere where people hang a noose. You know, it's an eerie, not nice feeling, which I think is exactly what he's going for here. It's something very visceral when you come into this base. When it's dark as well, it's even more uncomfortable, which I think is what he's going for, right? That's what you're going for. So I love it. I love it. It's such a good choice, the way you've done that. And I have never seen anybody utilize the hooks in this way, where they've put them all inside of a tree like this. It's so, so good. And I assume you've got some other coverage above, not just from the tree, so that it looks more dense. If you haven't, you've positioned the trees absolutely beautifully. And then again, we can see the starfield window. You know, it's going to be nighttime all throughout here with the starfield windows up there. It's beautiful. Then at the base of the tree too, you have a whole bunch of bones and candles, and not to mention this little fella who is hanging. I'm hoping that comes up okay, so I'll try to do a couple of different positions. So there may be a few extra cuts in this particular video just so that we can make sure we get the visuals that are actually going to showcase the items for you, because it is so dark in here. But hopefully the brightness is bright enough with what I've done and with what future Laura has done to make it look right for you. But he's got a skeleton hanging right here in amongst all of the hooks that are hanging from the tree, which I love. It's horrible and so creepy. He also has a gravestone here, so I don't know if we can see it. Give me a sec. If we go this way, we can. So, on this angle, we can see that the gravestone that is just behind my character there is the one with the skull face on the front. He's put two candles either side. It's just creepy. and very, very appropriate.
No matter how much adjusting I do, I am unable to see the skull face on that. So I suspect it is not the skull face one, just because the shape doesn't look quite right.
We can also see along this side, once we've come inside of the gate, there's gravestones on the opposite side as well. So we were looking over here before where there's gravestones. They continue on. We have more gravestones. We have more bones. The ground is still being covered by that Halloween ground that is very, very appropriate with all of the fog. It's just brilliant. And the way you've got the skeleton there in the background as well, entangled with the vines, that works so well because of the vines that you have behind. Right? It's just perfect. It's really, really well done. You are such a good base builder, Johnny. Absolutely love it. Then we have another shed. You utilize these so well. I've seen you use them so many times, and they're just perfect every time. So really, really nice choice there. You can also see that even in little gaps, right there next to the skeleton, there is a gap. That gap has a tree line behind it. There is nothing exposed in here, right? That looks like it extends on forever. I absolutely love the way you do that too, the way you fill this place. It's amazing, just amazing. And having the skeletons standing around in here as well, it's creepy. I know that, like, I know the game, I know they're not going to move and grab my character, but if I didn't know that, it would have the feeling of them going to grab my character. which I don't like. Okay, then it looks like we have an altar, is what I'm probably going to call this. So we have a billion candles. All the floating candles around here. We've got candles on the ground also. You have the bones. You have books stacked and a random book on the ground there also, which goes beautifully because you do also have the pedestal. I think it's called pedestal. It might not be. With the book on it. Not altar.
Just give up.
Pulpit. I think it's called a pulpit. No, pulpit is with the microphone. I don't remember what that one is called, but you can see that the book is in there as well. And not only that, he has clipped one of the coffins with the skeleton inside of this unit. So that we actually get to see a skeleton, which that is, I should explain that also. That skeleton, I believe, is the one that is on the couch from Halloween, right? So the skeleton that's laying on the couch has been clipped inside of the coffin, clipped inside of the stone mausoleum type coffin. I don't know what to call that. And then the book is at the end there also. If you have a close look too, I'm just going to move the angle of this. You can see that underneath the book, he has clipped the butcher table so we can see blood and a knife just there on the side. Horrible. Absolutely horrible, but I love it. It's so, so nice and so well clipped together. Some of you guys clip things in together so much better than I do. It's absolutely brilliant. The way you also have the coffin here with the glowing eyes right beside it. It's so eerie. Everything is eerie. I also think you've made a very appropriate choice with the dark stone walls in here. They suit the area very, very well. And I love the way you've also clipped bits and pieces through so that we have vines and flowers and tree branches and things all the way through, clipping through the fences and the walls so that it looks like actual growth and feels very, very dense and very, very old.
I think this might be the second time you've forgotten to mention the light, and I did think she may have gone back to it at some point, but just in case she doesn't, there is clearly a blood window behind that wall that is casting a red light over the top of the coffin, which looks absolutely amazing. There was also light being cast over the top of the throne earlier. Very, very nice use of light.
It's beautiful. It's such a good job. I'm not jealous. I just wish I was this good, you know? All right, we'll continue on this way since this is the way I started going. We have the sounds in here as well. Has anyone else noticed the sounds in this base are absolutely horrible? I don't like them. It feels scary. It feels scary. I'm not scared because it's just a game, okay? But it feels scary in here, and it's very, very well done. I love your choice with the sound as well. We have the treasure chest right there with the skull face, very, very appropriate. And we can see there are books, you hopefully can see, there are books stacked behind there also, which I love because it makes it feel like, one, the space is being filled. It's not just sparse or empty anywhere. And it also feels like this maybe ritual or whatever had occurred here potentially happened quite some time ago. I mean, it would have had to, because the person is skeletal, which means that the chest was placed here after, and those books are potentially relevant to whatever happened here, right? It's interesting. It paints just a little bit of a picture, you know? I love the way also you've got the candelabra that is floating behind the skeleton, kind of in line with the floating candles, so they look like they're together. I know it's a small thing, but there's a very nice touch. I love that. I also love the way you've got the giant vine coming through here, right? Look how dense this area is. It's just beautiful. So many plants and trees. It's gorgeous, just gorgeous, and so, so creepy. I love it. We're not going to go up there yet. We're not going to go up there, but you can see beyond. It's just, and the way you covered the stairs too. I just realized he's covered the stairs so well. Look at the plants. It's so beautiful, Johnny. I wish we could see it a little better. I will say, even with the gamma up, there are details that I know I can see here that you guys potentially may not be able to see, which is very much a shame. But his base is just so clever and well done. Just trust me. Trust me.
No.
I also noticed we do have lava flowing through here, so you can see there's a lava spout over that side, and the lava is flowing through all along this side, which looks so good, and the way that it goes underneath the fog is really nice too. I'm going to head around to the other side, so we're going to do this, and come at it from this side now so that we don't miss anything over here, and then go to that last part together. So let's head over here. You can see, once again, we have another, I don't know if it's called a mausoleum, because it's quite small, compared to like a very large mausoleum, but the stone coffin, maybe? I can't remember what they're called, guys. I'm really sorry, but we've got another one of those. And then once again, he has a skeleton hanging. I hope you guys can see that properly. It's much lighter over here than it was over near the tree, so you probably can. But man, That looks so good there. I love the way you've also clipped the candle through and how you've got the books clipping through there as well. It seems like rituals were done here. Not good rituals! You know what I mean?
No one thought you meant good rituals. What on earth would a good ritual be anyway? Brushing your teeth.
Then you can see behind as well, he has the tree line behind. Like, that's the furthest point we can see the tree line. Then not only that, in front, he has trees, he's got plants, he's got the candles floating. It's just a beautiful stack so that it feels so dense, overgrown, and old, like this place has been here for a long time. I also love the way you've interspersed the different colors. You've got some of the cherry blossom and some of the autumn leaf coming through in different locations in here. It looks so appropriate, and it makes it have a little bit more color and more dimension when you do that. It looks great. And once again, nighttime sky. It's just beautiful, Johnny. You're so good at this. And I love the way you have Lobo's vehicle here. Then as we continue on, we can see that we've got the glowing green eyes in that skull. Ooh, that's so creepy. I'll try and get a good angle because it's not the easiest to see. I do know that section is quite dark there. Maybe here? We can't see both eyes. Okay, so down on the right-hand side, there's a skeleton hidden in there right next to the tree trunk that has glowing green eyes. Very, very creepy. Then if we continue on a little bit further, we can see we've got a gravestone right there in front of the tree line again, which I love the way you've blocked off that section with the two trees on either side. And then you've got the small fence with the gravestone so that even though it looks like it goes further, we don't feel like we should be going further because of what's in front of it. It's really, really nice. Once again, another skeleton just chilling, but also another skeleton behind him just hanging. Not in the best of condition, I can see. He's not having a very happy time. No. But once again, it is so appropriate the way you have him hanging in this tree that is full of hooks. It's awful. I love it. It's so well done. So well done. Ugh, you're brilliant, Johnny. And Johnny did say that he has filled this space to maximum. So the amount of things that are clipped in here. Oh, we can also see the rats running, guys. You can see that there's rats running through the fog there, which means the smelly cheese must be hidden somewhere there, which is awesome. And I think that's a really nice touch. The little bits of movement in here are so good. The little bits that light up is so good. And the sound. Some people utilize the sound in their bases so well, and you are one of those people, Johnny. It's beautiful. We've got another vine-consumed skeleton over here, along with more of the tree line and more of the gravestones. I also love the way you have the lanterns just randomly in here, or maybe not so random, right next to particular grave sites, as though someone has been there to pay respect or whatever it is that they've done, but that the lamp has been left behind, which gives me a feeling like the people who came here didn't leave. You know, it's not a nice feeling at all. But the lanterns that are out here, it's interesting how little things you've done are just painting a story in my head that may not be accurate, but I don't care. Because it makes it more creepy to me, which I love. Then, oh, I love the way you've got him there too. Hang on, can we see him properly? I don't know if we can. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can clearly see him. I'm trying to get an angle so that you can, but he's just to the side there. Look at, he's got like the open chest and everything. It's a little grotesque and very, very appropriate. I love the way you've hidden him, but he is in a very dark location, so it's difficult to see him. He is there, and he's not looking too good. And I love the way, because you have them like hidden in places, along with the skeletons, it's such a creepy feeling because I don't notice the things straight away. So as I notice them, I'm not surprised or really shocked or anything, but I get a little second or a split second of, I don't know how else to explain it, but it's so well done. You've made this place so creepy. I just love it. I'm going to just do a little bit of a sweeping shot to make sure that you guys get to see everything, because it is quite close quarters in everything that I'm trying to record in here. Hopefully we get it all pretty good. I'm doing my best. We'll check up with the ceiling as well to make sure we still have the nighttime sky, which we absolutely do. Look at that. The way that you've put so many star-filled windows in there to give that effect is just gorgeous. So well done. And also the starfield window does give a sense of depth as well. Like, it feels like the sky is quite far away, which, I mean, that's what you want, right? You want it to feel far away, as though you're actually looking at a night sky. I absolutely love it, Johnny. Okay, then just beside the fence here, we'll go over that side in a second, but you've got more bones, of course. You've got the broken fence going across with more gravestones in front of it, and candles, and bones. I said bones twice because there's bones over here and then bones over there. You know, it makes sense. And then you've also got the shovel here inside of the dirt, which is so appropriate. It seems like someone has just buried someone in this particular grave. Which is awful, but so good, you know, just so good. I love it. Then we want to make sure we don't miss anything on this side of the tree, so we'll have a look. On this side of the tree, we also have a gravestone, candle, and bones. Once again, continuing that disgusting theme of death. Very appropriate, though. Oh, and then I think Johnny Quick has had a little bit of an incident occur right here. I love the way the fog obscures his head completely, so really it kind of could be anybody, right? The most recent death, maybe he is one of the people who came with a lantern to pay respects and then ended up in this dire situation. And soon he will be one of the skeletons hanging on these hooks. Yuck. It's very good. It's very good, Johnny. I really like when we look from over here as well. We get to see the angel statue over the fence that we're about to go around. In front of the larger, is it Arkham fencing? I can't remember exactly, but I love the way that looks because it seems a little more grand and like we're heading to a bigger, potentially worse location with the way you've got this. I love the way the tree line is behind it, so it looks like it goes on forever, as you do with the fence in front. And the lava in particular is really cool, the way you've got that flowing through here. I also would like to acknowledge the fact that you've used barnacles. Who would have thought to put barnacles in here, Johnny? That's who. And how good do they look? They look so correct and appropriate in here. I love it. Oh, it's beautiful, Johnny. You're so good at this. And also, this statue I normally think is just a nice statue. In here, however, I don't like her. I just want to move past. We can also see Johnny has put a lot of bones all the way along here, making this area seem a lot more sinister. It's almost like this is a scary place to go and maybe we shouldn't be going there, you know? That kind of a feeling going on, which I do love, but also the feeling is quite visceral. I don't know that you guys are going to have the same feeling as me because you're not making your character traverse through, and also because it has been brightened up quite a lot. When it's nice and dark and you're walking through here, things don't become revealed to you immediately. So it's eerie and uncomfortable. It's still uncomfortable, I will say. It's still uncomfortable, but the brightness has deterred it just a little bit. So it's a little less uncomfortable than it has been. When I first came in here with Johnny, I couldn't see some of the things he was pointing out because of how dark it was. You know, so I had to turn up my gamma, which is what he suggested for me to do, and then I was able to see everything like we hopefully can right now. But yeah, when I first came in here, things were not visible to me because of how dark it was, and it was creepy, so creepy. But I loved it. I also really love your choice of window back here, right? That window choice is very appropriate for what we've got flowing through, which is all this lava. I think that looks absolutely amazing. Such a good choice. You've done so well. All right, let's go up. So we would have seen the gap over here before where the lava has flowed to. This is the section where we can just walk up. So that's what we will do and head over to the doorway. Now something, oh, jeez! What was that? I don't want to know. One of the things I will say is because of how well you have dressed that front room, when I break through this doorway, I don't expect this much depth. Even though I know this base, I don't expect this much depth. And look how creepy this is. He has the spider webs all over the walls. Is it called a catacomb wall? I can't remember. But the wall, oh, we've got the door back. The wall where you can see the skulls all the way through. Horrible, absolutely horrible. It works so well. I love the way you've got the old and decrepit looking chandelier in here. You've got the hanging sacks, which are very creepy. And, you know, I know it's not going to happen, right? I understand that they're not going to explode with an enemy, but that's the kind of feeling I get from those pieces, you know? And that's what it feels like to me, is that the spiders or whatever it is that's in here has grabbed something, put them in there, they're being transformed like inside of a cocoon, and they're going to come out as something sinister that wants to attack my character. That's what it feels like.
Or potentially just a sack full of tiny baby spiders. Look, I'm fine with spiders, generally speaking, because I do live in Australia and they're kind of just part of our life. But if a sack exploded with a bunch of little tiny ones that would crawl all over me, I don't think I would be okay.
I love the way you've used this as well. He's got the hanging vines up there. I never would have thought that would work in here, but it works so well the way you've done that on the ceiling. And all of the webbing on the ceiling is just brilliant also. Oh, Johnny, it's so, so good. Then we have an evil, horrible doorway that is also, once again, very, very appropriate in here. We can't say it doesn't belong. It totally belongs, and I don't like it and also love it. You know what I mean? And you've got some candles along the floor here as well. You have so many rats. I hope you guys can see all the rats that are running across the ground in here. They look so, so good. And the ground in general just looks great. The amount of pieces you put in here to give this effect, just disgusting. I love it. It's a brilliant job, Johnny. Oh, it's so, so good. I wish I had your brain. Well, I don't want to have your brain. I just want to crawl around inside your brain and copy all of your ideas. That's what I want to do because they're so, so good.
I mean, with you, there is only room for improvement.
My character does kind of look like she came out of that door. A little bit. All right, let's look through the window over here. Here we can see, oh, this is going to be tricky. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all of it, but you can see all of the lava dripping and everything through there. Then we're going to turn the camera. Okay, so out here you'll be able to see quite a lot. I love the way he has clipped the statue through the... It's not called a conduit. Cistern, through the cistern piece at the bottom there, and the way he's got the eye engulfed with the black tendrils around it. It looks so, so good. You can also, if I pull the camera this way, you can see there is a throne there also. If I pull this way a little, hang on, let's see if I go from this side, we might get a better shot. Oh no, the candle's going to get in the way, the fire. Never mind, we'll go the way I was going. So you can see the throne there with all of the bones underneath, then the eye with the tendrils, then the statue inside of the cistern, followed by cages. I mean, and then there's another eye with tendrils. It looks so, so good. Amazing job. Then we can continue on and we have them across the other side as well over here. So you can see we've got another eye right there in this kind of the center of the screen. We have more cages. I think that might be Ambushbug stuck out there trapped, which, I mean, I don't know what he did to deserve to be in hell right now, but apparently he is. And then we can see we've got Trigon over here also with the lava flow dripping straight on top of him. I mean, I can't say he doesn't have it coming, but he also doesn't look too upset about it. It looks like he's just taking a shower. He's quite content in this location. Right? It's so, so good. Johnny, the way you've done this is brilliant. I just love it. It's so clever. Also, the way you've got the lava dripping over the top of this window. That is a piece that he has input that hangs above the window and drops the lava down, so it looks even more effective this way. I love your brain. I love your brain. It's amazing. Okay, then if we turn this way, Necron is hiding right behind us. I mean, he was also inside before, but he's standing here too. I love the way he's got the scythe right there. He looks so scary and creepy, and also the way that you've clipped in all these pieces around behind him so that it looks like there's spider web and the catacomb wall, I think it's called. Just beautiful. And I also love that he's not immediately obviously there, right? I don't immediately think he's there till I turn around and there he is. Then, if we so choose to venture through the evil black and red glowy doorway thing that is guarded by Necron, which doesn't seem like we should venture this way, but here we go anyway, you can see that we've got this section here, which looks like the inside of a tomb. Which is very, very appropriate. I really love the way you've continued the catacomb walls. The arches that you've used over here as well to give this effect is really, really nice. The spider webs I know are part of the wall, but they look great in here. And with the two tombs, actually, are they called tombs? Not coffins, right? Tombs? Maybe that's the right word. I can't remember. Just absolutely brilliant. The way you put your pieces in together looks so, so good. And then we've got this teleporter that we can use right here also, if we were so inclined. Which we are not. But, Johnny, it's just brilliant. And also, this piece on the ground is so appropriate in here as well. It feels so ancient and old, like I'm going somewhere that has been massively overgrown and neglected for such a long period of time. The ground shows it, the skeletons show it, the plant growth shows it. It's just amazing. You've done an amazing job. I also love the way you've got all of the bat stalactites on the ceiling here with the web. It's just amazing. Brilliant. Johnny, I love your brain. I feel like the only part of your base that feels nice is this little puppy ghost. Even though he gave me a fright when I first came in there, he's so adorable! He's the only nice part. Everything else is evil and creepy and dark and scary and life-threatening. Which, you know, is fine, because that's, I think what he was going for. Right. It's just an absolutely beautiful job. I really appreciate the way that you have been able to clip pieces through into here to give this effect as well. It's just awesome. You've done absolutely an amazing job. I am very curious about what Ambush Bug might have done to cause himself to be in the current situation. Because he seems adorable to me, but, you know, I'm sure he did something. Or maybe he didn't, who knows. Oh, walking through all the rats. Oh, it's so yucky. I love it. I love it so, so much. Johnny, the way you've done this is absolutely brilliant. The way that you have incorporated all of the visuals in here and clipped so many pieces to get the effect that you're after gives me such a visceral, uncomfortable feeling, which is brilliant. The sound in here as well is so off-putting. It's just like that little background of niggling uncomfortableness that makes this entire area feel so eerie and kind of scary. You have done a beautiful job. I absolutely love your base, and now I have to pick a favorite spot, which is difficult because it's all creepy. I don't know how well it's going to translate for you guys to be able to see, because even for me, this bit is a little bit messed up with the brightness. The colors don't look quite right. But I remember the first time I realized that Necron was hiding in here. I remember the reaction I had. I remember this feeling really, really uncomfortable to me. And I know it doesn't necessarily look like the absolute best place compared to, for example, near the lava window, which is amazing. And if I had to pick a place that I think looks best on camera, that would definitely be it. So we'll go across to there in a second. But for me, this spot is the creepiest. I love the way you've got the skeleton that's encompassed by vines. I love the way we've got Necron peeking out there, and I couldn't even see him the first time I came through here, and it kind of like gave me a little bit of a surprise that he was in there. I also love the way we've got the glowing green eyes of the skeleton off to the side there, and the lantern beside the tombstone, which gives me a feeling of someone was here and they haven't left. Which is a very uncomfortable feeling. So, yeah, this little section here is probably my favorite space. I really love the way you've done it, and I remember the feeling it gave me when I first saw it. But if we had to go with the best one for YouTube, firstly, I'd have to say the way that you've covered over this section so that it doesn't look like the easiest place to get into. It's massively overgrown, but we can just straight away walk through. Is absolutely wonderful. But honestly, this location is freaking amazing. The way that you've got everything so densely packed in here to make it look this creepy. It feels so immersive, everything encompassed by all of the stone, the catacombs, the skeleton, the doorway, and Necron kind of hiding right behind there, even though, you know, it's not really hiding, but he is something you don't notice immediately, which has the potential to give people a little bit of a jump scare. Love that about this area too, and we cannot forget how beautiful the clipping is out here. The way you've put pieces out into that environment is awesome. And the puppy is following me. I love it. Johnny, it's beautiful. So I definitely have to say, thank you so much, Johnny, for allowing me to have access to your base after the rigmarole of it not working the way that it's supposed to. It happened to me also. I do understand. And you have done such a good job. There are so many bits and pieces in here that I think will inspire other people. The way that you have clipped all your pieces together is absolutely beautiful, and utilizing such a small base for such an impactful feeling is so brilliant. You did such a great job, and it's hard to say I love it because at the same time I also hate it, you know? It's an horrible, eerie location, and you've done it so well that it actually gives me a feeling of discomfort. So well done, you. Hopefully this was helpful to all of you guys who are interested in potentially building a very, very creepy base, because you could totally do it. But at the same time, it's also kind of beautiful, you know, if you're out here in amongst the stars and you don't pay attention to anything on the ground. Okay, I take it back. It's not beautiful. It's scary. But the ceiling is beautiful. Being able to see the stars like this is just gorgeous. So, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this also and potentially garnered some ideas. And if not, at least had a fun time. And hopefully I got the visuals working well, or Future Laura did.
If there are any issues, it's clearly your fault.
Well, I'm sure you did the best you can.
Of course, I did the best I can. I always do the best I can. In fact, that's probably something that you should start doing.
I do the best I can!
Keep telling yourself that.
Sometimes, never mind. Guys, have a good one.